Well, no, it's actually.
Oh, good morning. How are you?
No, they're here.
No, they're on that whole line.
That'd be very, okay, that would be very quickly.
I'd say.
Look for it, okay.
I go home. And then go to the doctor. What? We don't show it.
Honestly, I want to stay in bed.
So.
It's not being able to breathe, man. It's just.
Want coffee?
Then I press on for a little bit, watch TV, I go back to sleep.
Yeah. Do you have your own strength?
How are you? Good, how are you?
Let's call the order of pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do you have any executive sessions?
There we go.
Public comment?
Jeff Dunkel, Palo Alto. I guess we'll start off. I want Mr. Opake's back there in the back. I'd like to thank him for forwarding the Lisa Stevens case to the Attorney General. It's long overdue, so it's good to see some action being taken on that. I'd like to know where we stand with the Ken Hatter situation. The investigation started yet? Are you doing an internal investigation? Are you hiring a third party? What are you doing there? I see, is there still allowing him to walk the halls like he did with George? We know what happened with that. Now there's a Jane Doe 5 after I warned you about that. He should be suspended without pay. It's a disgrace. It's pure, blatant retaliation, discrimination, harassment. And the county was on record stating that Al Kovic would have been fired if he was an average employee. So let's do an investigation, take care of this situation before it escalates and there's another one. Because all it is lawsuit after lawsuit. Speaking to them this morning, I got another alert on Pacer for Schuylkill County. Maybe the solicitor's office here should pay for that. Doreen Kutzler is now personally liable for the lawsuit. So that brings Gary Bender, George Alkovich, Heidi Zula, and now Doreen Kutzler are all personally liable, as well as in their official capacity. So that's pretty huge, especially for you guys up there. Buckle up and get ready because it's coming down. And one reason, I know there's going to be several more lawsuits filed in the upcoming months. I'll just keep giving you the breaking news before everybody else. Having closed door meetings with employees when other employees in that office are requesting them and being denied. Promising unlimited overtime to some employees while not offering it to others in the office. And doing that to avoid drastic pay increases so it doesn't go on the par report. And I believe only a male was offered unlimited overtime, no females in that office. Again, discrimination. Also in that office, from what I understand, the county treasurer is in there approving fees. I don't understand that. Can anybody give me insight on that? Why that's occurring? And that just blows my mind. I can't understand that. So I'd like a little bit more of an explanation on that. And also, then we have Boots' blunders. It's almost like Biden blunders that you see on TV all the time, tripping up the steps and everything. Monday, I got a message and a phone call. He fell asleep at the youth summit. Congratulations, Boots. That's 8 times now you fell asleep at important meetings. Falling asleep at the youth summit. That's a great role model for the younger generation. Just sleep whenever you want to sleep. Absolute disgrace. You are a disgrace. And going off of that, the farmland funds. You were on record stating at a public meeting there were no county funds being issued for that. Amy Marciano did a story, and there well was county money used on it. You voted on it. It's a conflict. I don't know why the solicitor said it was okay, because you weren't getting directly benefit from it, and you did. And county funds were used. That's a violation. And you also lied on your ethics forms. So, you might want to fix that. Buckle up and get ready, because they're coming after you. Thank you.
Any other public comment?
George Stankovich, Palo Alto. It just seems like people that have authority, when they can vote on what they make and everything, just like this school board voted for the superintendent to get a $27,000 raise. I mean, this is ridiculous when we're hurt. $27,000 to one person. How about splitting it up at least to 27 people, $1,000? That would help them out a little bit. I mean, this is ridiculous. And we're in a poor county right now, and we keep on getting sued. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's coming to the point where that senior citizens and veterans, of course, are losing their homes right and left. Right and left. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, I wish you would wise up and see what's going on and take advantage of being honest and say, listen, we have problems in this courthouse we need to fix. We have problems that are showing up everywhere, in every department. This is ridiculous. These poor people that do work, honest jobs in here, can't even come in peacefully and do their jobs. This is wacky. I mean, what's going on? And you can't say up there, everything's fine. Everything isn't fine. If it was, people wouldn't be coming in. I wouldn't be coming in here complaining about it. It's time that local government takes action. People are hurting. I don't know what else I have to say. People are giving up their medications and stuff just to make their other bills work. Doctor's appointments, they cancel. People on cancer have to cancel appointments because they can't make it. They're worried about medications that are going to cost too much money. They're getting help, but it's not enough. It's not enough. And this day, every day of their lives, and we just sit back. We that are making a good living, don't worry about those people. Don't worry about them. That's their problem. That ain't my problem. And I think it's time that we take action. And this happening with all these suitcases. I mean, what is that where our money's going? That's where our money's going. Now we're in a shortfall already, and we're going to be in a shorter fall when this assessment takes place. They're using money right now, and they don't have the money to pay for it. Where do they get it? For the poor senior citizens and veterans that have to pay out of their pockets. If I lose my home, like I said, I'll be living with somebody in government. Thank you.
Any other public comment?
Good morning, Melinda Diver, North Manheim Township. I'm going to get back to an issue that's near and dear to my heart. Let's talk about the west end of the county once again. And the homeowners out there who continue to endure being exposed to toxic, untested biosolids and textile waste. This sludge that is being concentrated and dumped in the west end of this county can be teeming with heavy metals such as lead, mercury, arsenic, chromium, the list goes on and on. Chemotherapy waste continues to remain active long after it has been excreted by the human body. Septic systems and wastewater treatment plants cannot remove 98% of the active compounds in these dangerous cytotoxic chemicals. They migrate into the lakes, rivers, soils, and eventually into the drinking water supplies. Active chemotherapy chemicals have a profound effect on humans, mammals, and fish. by causing DNA mutations, triggering tumors, cancer, etc. Years ago, NSP, Natural Soil Products, who's, I guess, trying to be a good neighbor out there. Yeah, we're not seeing it. Years ago, they had equipment in place which would sound an alarm if a truck was coming in and it exceeded the radiation levels, which would be considered acceptable for acceptance at a biosolids processing facility. Guess what? That equipment has been removed from NSP. What does that tell you? We're getting the worst of the worst. We have no idea what kind of chemotherapy type waste we're getting. It can take decades for chemotherapy waste to be broken down. You know what breaks it down? The sun. What's happening? Frank Kramas is bringing his trucks over there to load all of this cytotoxic waste up. It's mixed with wood chips, whatever. We don't know the ratios anymore. But his trucks are loading up, hauling it out, and he is disking or plowing that in to land. How much sunlight do you think that those chemicals are receiving to actually break them down? He is actually concentrating the effects of those chemicals.
That's your 3 minutes. That's your time.
Okay, so just wanted to make you aware of that. Thank you.
You have a public comment?
Laura Krasinski from the People's Republic of Pottsville. I've been spending a considerable amount of time listening to the national cases that are coming out of Georgia, New York, and even Pennsylvania with the Department of Agriculture and Amos Miller in Lancaster County. As I was listening to the lawyers' commentaries, I found myself wondering, why does this sound familiar? We have a candidate who's making truthful statements about incumbents, who is physically and mentally strong and financially secure, with strong opinions not afraid to be expressed, but he's intentionally being dragged into the court system to politically and financially bleed him dry. A light bulb went off in my head. And for the record, I want you to know I am a registered Democrat. On the national level, we have the Democratic playbook being applied to the Republican Donald Trump. On the local level, we have it being applied to Bobby Weaver. Weaver, who ran for city council, openly criticized how Pottsville was being run. Now, a fire occurred at 1 o'clock in Black Rock Brewery. To evidence the severity of the fire, it was put out by Officer Yost with a fire extinguisher that was on hand. It is important to note that Councilman Atkinson is connected to the fire company, and his son had had an accident with a truck, a fact known by Weaver and others who were not happy with the fact that the truck was not supposed to be driven by the son. The fire was just a ticket to eliminate Weaver. Atkinson stated Pottsville gave Weaver the building, albeit a condemned building, which I believe needed in excess of several $100,000 worth of repairs. Weaver did repairs and paid for an outside inspection, the city's outside inspector, because the local codes people are not qualified to do that level of inspection. Excuse me. Since then, Weaver has been and is intentionally being bled financially dry. He has had approximately as far as I'm informed, he had approximately eight engineers who have made proposal after proposal to get this building up and running. And each time, he's had to pay for inspections and to retain a lawyer, okay? These days, we see politicians from both parties using and abusing their government offices as weapons to financially destroy their fellow citizens. It hurts the local communities And I assure you, it's not just happening in Pottsville.
That's your
It's
time.
happening all over the place. Yes, and so even we
That's
have
your
the
time.
Yes, we have to really push that because constitutionally,
Yeah,
freedom of speech
that's
is
your
limited. Thank
That's
you.
your time, thank you. Paul, you want to address the personnel issue?
well, it is,
Or hat issue?
it's my understanding he is working remotely at this point in time, but again, beyond that, I think it's a personnel matter that is subject to pending litigation, and it would be preferable not to speak to that issue, but he is working remotely at this point.
Gary, the meeting with, do we have the dates that we're meeting with DEP and the representative from the governor's office? It's in April.
No, you said any date in April, so April 15th was one of the dates that was chosen, and
Okay.
April 5th, so it's that first 2 weeks in April.
Okay.
But has not been finalized.
Okay, so we're just waiting on their
Correct.
schedule, so we're meeting with them in April. Okay, I have a motion to approve
I
the,
make on it, reference to Mr. Douglas' comments about me on Monday. Yes, I was having trouble staying with that meeting. I injured a finger at the farm and ended up with 7 stitches in my finger. I probably should have stayed home, but I had information that was pertinent to the use of it. I lined up a guest speaker from the What's So Cool About Manufacturing, so I chose to come to work and not stay home. Maybe I should have stayed home, but my job was to get information to Mandy dispatcher. And yes, I was having, I was up most of the night, Sunday night with a busted finger, so I apologize if I was having difficulty staying awake.
I've cut a finger before and I never kept me awake, so.
okay, please. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from the commissioner's meeting of February 28th?
Second?
No question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Approval of the minutes from the commissioner's work session on March 6th.
So moved. Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented at the workshop by Public Works?
So moved. Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
I have a motion to approve what was presented at the workshop by the planning and zoning.
So moved. Second?
Question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
I have a motion to approve what was presented at the workshop by tax claim bureau, the repository sale.
Also moved. Second?
No question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Can I have a motion for approval of what was presented by the prison at the workshop session?
So moved. Second?
Question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented at the workshop for the grant writers?
So moved. Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Can I have a motion to approve what was requested for the 911's communications?
So moved. Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented at the workshop drug and alcohol?
So moved. Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
And a motion that was presented for mental health and developmental services and drug and alcohol at the workshop.
So moved. Second?
No question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
And a motion to approve what was requested at the workshop by the election bureau.
So moved. Second?
No question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
And a motion to approve what was presented by the district attorney's office at our workshop.
So moved. Second?
No question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
And a motion to approve the Office of Senior Services will be presented at our workshop.
So moved. Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
And a motion for Parks and Recreations was presented at our workshop.
So moved. Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented by the county administrator at our workshop session?
So moved. Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Paul,
Commissioners, good morning. This morning, there is a budget adjustment listed on the agenda. It's for the prior year, and this has been posted outside the boardroom. I also have a supplemental budget appropriation resolution I'd like to present, 2023-24, on behalf of the Grant Writer's Office. Total dollar amount is for $7,566. Commissioners, this is in connection with some ESG funding that our Grant Writer's Office has received, and we want to adjust the appropriate revenue and expenditure accounts so that the funds can be distributed.
Then a motion for those?
So moved. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Gary, new business?
A new business item on behalf of the Tax Claim Bureau, approval requested for the following two repository sales. Approved from the Borough on these repository sales was not received in time to be included on last week's workshop session. Both parcels in Minersville, 30 South Street and 28 South Street, the purposes for demolition.
Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Sorry. On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
On behalf of children and youth?
We have children and youth approval requested of an agreement with Bethany Christian Services of Central PA Lancaster for foster care services at per diem rates as follows. Level 1 at $34.78, level 2 at $48.20, level 3 at $77.58, level 4 at $70, level 5 at $140.32. Medical at $17.97, and medical IV at $59.45.
No motion?
So moved. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
On behalf of Liquid Fuels, approve a request to award the bid for the repairs to the county bridge at 123 Broad Street over the school board of Port Clinton. Have a motion?
So moved. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Human Resources, Tom.
Yes, good morning, Commissioners. In the prison, we have the appointment of Cross Howe as a correction officer, part-time. The rate is 23.0730, effective 4/19/24. Also in the prison, the appointment of Anthony Smith, correction officer, part-time. The rate is 23.0730, effective 3/18/24. In maintenance, the appointment of William Eisenhart as a general laborer. The rate is 13.9413, effective 3/18/24. Three appointments in children and youth. Heather Ricard as a county caseworker 1, the rate is 20.9412, effective 4/1/24. Alicia Sleva as a clerk typist 2, the rate is 16.1825, effective 4/1/24. And Elaine Strohecker as a clerk typist 2, the rate is 16.1825, effective 4/29/24. In tax assessment, the appointment of Rhoda Burrell as a clerk typist 1, the rate is 13.9413, effective 3/25/24. All appointments are pending drug test and physical where appropriate. All actions involving salary or for positions being created are pending salary board approval.
Can I have a motion for the prison board appointments?
So moved. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Can I have a motion for the maintenance position?
I'll make the motion. So moved. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
And a motion for the appointments for children and youth?
So moved. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Can I have a motion for the tax assessment appointment?
So moved. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
And I have a motion to adjourn, but just to make note of 2024, informational.
Informational, Clerk of Courts, appointment of Heather Niedzwicki, Clerk 3, effective 3/18/24. Also in Clerk of Courts, transfer of Nicole Peel, Clerk 3, effective 3/25/24, coming from tax claim as a clerk typist 1. In Emergency Management, the appointment of Nicholas Kristen, unpaid intern, effective 4/1/24.
Okay, now we can do a motion to adjourn.
One point, I appreciate everyone being prompt for the prison board meeting today, 11 o'clock. The three commissioners have an appointment at Penn State at 11:30, so we appreciate your prompt attendance at prison board.
And just quickly, the March 2024 work session will be the evening meeting beginning at 6 p.m. here. So we're going to, so, motion adjourned. Salary board. Report of any executive sessions,
There were none.
any public comment for salary board?
Jeff Uncle Palo Alto. Just want to check on, I know you said Mr. Hatter is working from home remotely, but he's still collecting a salary, and I'm correct in saying that, right? Okay. So he's an actor and a defendant in what's going to be a major lawsuit, and he can work remotely. But there were victims that were supposed to work remotely and were denied that, and we have 2 that are suspended for 906 days, and I lost count, and they can't work remotely as victims. But these perpetrators are allowed to come into this building and then work remotely. If you guys can't see the clear, blatant retaliation and discrimination that you guys are doing, I don't know what more you need, but these are all going to be named personally liable in a lawsuit. And I can't grasp that you're allowing someone that's a defendant in what's going to be a huge lawsuit to work remotely and be paid by the county when these women are suspended without pay and are denied working remotely. And I know most of it wasn't when you were on, Larry, but this is something you got to dig into because you're making decisions now that you're going to be on the hook for. This isn't right. I mean, I don't understand how you can make these decisions and think it's okay for him to work remotely. It's a slam dunk case from what I read, and I don't understand how you guys can allow this. And the solicitor's office called. I mean, shame on you for allowing it. And also, I'm still waiting on the policy that I was supposed to get last week in regards to salary board public comment. So Mr. Rice was supposed to get that to me, and I still have yet to get it. Thank you.
Any other public comment for salary board?
What am I doing now? Melinda Diver, North Manheim Township. Yeah, just to reiterate, talking about salaries and salary board decisions that have been approved. I'm curious, and I guess I'll have to submit a right to know request because I really don't expect an answer, and you guys may not even know or be aware, especially you, Larry. I'm wondering how many offices and departments in the county receive on-call pay, and how many employees are receiving what's called retention or incentive bonuses. What departments or offices currently in the county are employees receiving those? And when it comes to, especially the on-call pay, is it being awarded or offered to union employees along with your salaried or exempt employees? So interesting to take a look at that. And also, I think as was previously pointed out, how we have an employee in tax claim, Nicole, I'm sorry, I can't remember her last name. And I believe she just left that office, right? Tony, she transferred to the clerk of court's office. So yet another tax claim employee who has left that office. Wow, we're in dire straits there, to say the least. Yet we have an employee who was offered unlimited overtime, male employee, not a female, DOJ, pay attention, being offered unlimited overtime. Do we see the disparity here? I can guarantee you, it's not going to be good for the county with the DOJ and this consent decree that's in place. And I really would hope that at least 2 of our commissioners will step forward and handle this situation appropriately. Thank you.
Can I have approval of the minutes of the salary board meeting from February? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there.
Morning, Rob.
Morning.
Just a brief public comment for salary board. I want to take the occasion while we have a few appointments at our office at Children and Youth to express appreciation. Some of the steps that have gone into place over the last couple of years to really address a crisis that's happening in child welfare across the state at this point in time. It's not just Children and Youth offices, it's provider agencies as well. Some of you may have seen some campaigns going out there from the Association of Children and Youth Administrators about that crisis and the situation that kids are are in and the families are in due to a lack of available services and due to some other challenges in the field. So I do want to take that moment to express appreciation for some things that have helped to stem the bleed of our staffing crisis that stemmed from the pandemic. In the meanwhile, I would also want to take the opportunity to mention that we have an advertising campaign coming up for our own staff. And some of you may see commercials coming out through social media in the near future. Appreciate the Human Resources Office for assistance with that project. Finally, I'll just mention that we do need more caseworkers. We do need more supervisors. It is state regulation and requirement that the county provide protective services and a live voice, a live worker to receive reports of abuse and neglect at all times. That individual needs to be supervised by, directed by a person from management. We typically try to promote our caseworkers from within to management positions, but of course we are open to qualified and candidates from all areas at this point in time. But right now, we need caseworkers, and so any folks who are interested, we need the help.
Thanks.
Thank you, Carl.
Thank you, sir.
Any other public comment? Okay, just make sure I don't miss anybody else. Can I have approval of the minutes from the salary board meeting, February 28, 2024?
So moved. Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess,
Yes.
Controller Yekenship.
Yes.
Can I have a motion to approve the salary board work session of March 6 minutes of 2024?
So moved. Second?
Question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess,
Yes.
Controller Yekenship.
Yes.
Personnel matters.
Yes, Commissioners, 9/11 communication wage increase, Joseph Kreischer, shift supervisor, the rate is 34.1482, effective 3/11/24.
Can I have a motion for the wage increase of the highway?
Motion for reliable communication wage increase. Second?
No question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess,
Yes.
Controller Yekenship.
Yes.
Is there any new business for the salary board?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, retirement board. Report any executive sessions?
There were none held.
Any public comment for retirement board? Can I have a motion to approve the monthly minutes, the minutes from February 14th, 2024 retirement board meeting?
So moved. Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess,
Yes.
Controller Yekenship,
Yes.
Treasurer Yike.
Yes.
And controller's report?
Good morning. During the month of February 2024, 7 members received retirements of $1,557,500 with pro rata payments of $7,245. 7 members received refunds of $20,710. 2 members received rollovers of $238,544. 1 beneficiary will receive a continued monthly payment of $2,134 with a pro rata payment of $1,766. 2 deceased retirees received pro rata payments of $570. Market value of the retirement fund as of February 29, 2024 was $157,606,313. And the total market value of the retirement fund as of today, March 13, 2024 is $159,948,497. Thank you.
I have a motion to approve the controller's report.
So moved. Second?
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess,
Yes.
Controller Yekenship,
Yes.
and Treasurer Yike.
Yes.
Is there anything under new business? So a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Yep.